It is now 61 years and a few months since Richard Feynman famously told an audience of the American Physical Society that there is plenty of room at the bottom. The ideas and concepts behind nanoscience and nanotechnology started with a talk entitled There is Plenty of Room at the Bottom by physicist Richard Feynman at an American Physical Society meeting at the California Institute of Technology on December 29, 1959. In his talk, Feynman described a process in which scientists would be able to manipulate and control individual atoms and molecules. Although versions of the talk were reprinted in a few popular magazines, it went largely unnoticed and did not inspire the conceptual beginnings of the field of nanotechnology. Norio Taniguchi was a professor of Tokyo University of Science. He coined the name nanotechnology in 1974 to describe semiconductor processes. Nanotechnology mainly consists of the processing of separation, consolidation and deformation of materials by one atom or one molecule. We can manipulate objects on the nanoscale with nanotechnology. This image shows computer simulation of electron motions within a nanowire that has a diameter in the nanoscale range. This figure illustrates demonstrating the effect of the increased surface area provided by nanostructured materials. It is hard to imagine just how small nanotechnology is. 1 nanometer is a billionth of a meter or 10 power of minus 9 of a meter. Did you know there are 25.4 million nanometers in an inch? A sheet of newspaper is about 100,000 nanometers thick. This video shows a computer-controlled needle pushes on a graphene sheet. The graphene crumbles and deforms like a sheet of tissue paper and recovers its original shape. On a comparative scale, if marble were a nanometer, then 1 meter would be the size of the earth. Did you know your fingernails grow about 1 nanometer per second? A human hair is 50,000 to 100,000 nanometer thick. A human red blood cell is about 7,000 nanometer wide. This video shows the focused ion beam technology uses a stream of accelerated gallium ions as a tool to blast away atoms and molecules, so any shape can be created on the nanometer scale. This nanofabrication is done on a human hair. The first image shows the ORC and the University of Southampton logo on human hair. This image shows the Queen's Anniversary Prize logo on a sewing needle. For the first time, it is possible to create complex nanoscale metal structures using 3D printing, thanks to a new technique developed at Caltech. This video is about computer modeling shows how a tiny lattice is 3D printed in 150 nanometer layers. When the structure is heated, it can shrink by 80%. Nano gold is another name for gold nanoparticles. These nanoparticles are a fraction of the size of human hair and are less than 100 nanometer in diameter. Nanoscale gold particles are not the yellow color with which we are familiar. Nanoscale gold can appear red or purple. At the nanoscale, the motion of gold electrons is confined. Because this movement is restricted, gold nanoparticles react differently with light compared to larger scale gold particles. This video visualizes a 3D reconstruction of silicated DNA nanoparticle lattice. The reconstruction shows gold nanoparticles in lattice. The lattice rotates about the axis to visualize the structure from multiple directions. For your information, in this video, the silica structure is not visible. Can you imagine a situation where sunlight plus gold gives steaming water? Here, no boiling is needed. How is it possible? Make gold particles small enough and they can become black. The trick used here is using gold nanoparticles in a mix of sizes, each just tens of billions of meter wide. This mix of sizes allows the material to absorb 99% of all visible light and some infrared light as well. In fact, that's why the material is such a deep black. It reflects almost no light. Did you know researchers find black nano gold can convert carbon dioxide emissions to fuel? Researchers at Tata Institute of Fundamental Research were able to use black nano gold to convert carbon dioxide to fuel and purify seawater. Professor Vivek Polshettiwar from Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai, is a recipient of 2020's Young Research Awards in Nanoscience and Technology, instituted by Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He, along with his group, is working on the development of novel nanomaterials as catalysts to tackle climate change. Thus, in this work, by using the techniques of nanotechnology, the researchers transformed metallic gold to black gold by changing the size and gaps between gold nanoparticles. Black nanogold was able to catalyze CO2 to methane at atmospheric pressure and temperature using solar energy. Global warming is a serious threat to the planet and living beings. One of the main causes of global warming is the increase in the atmospheric CO2 level. Therefore, black nanogold to combat climate change. Similar to trees, which use carbon dioxide, sunlight, and water to produce food, the developed black gold acts like an artificial tree that uses carbon dioxide, sunlight, and water to produce fuel, which can be used to run our cars. Black gold can also be used to convert seawater into drinkable water using the heat that black gold generates after it captures sunlight.